Hey, all my fantasy football friends, welcome to the Multiple First Dynasty Football channel here on YouTube. This is Tony Stoll, Stash X, coming at you with a nice Dynasty trade show. So, we got some recent news here. Aaron Rodgers has just been traded to the New York Jets. This just broke last couple hours here this morning. We're recording a couple days before the draft on Tuesday morning here. We at the show here want to talk about some trades. Greg and I made some trades in our own individual leagues. We made some trades in our league of record, the 24/7 league, and we wanted to break that down for you. How are you feeling today, sir?
I absolutely cannot wait for this draft. I am uh, just on pins and needles at this point. You know, it's kid on Christmas time, but Aaron Rodgers was kind enough to give us something to talk about in the days between then and now. So yeah, we're here. I don't know what 18 hours after the Rodgers trade got announced with all the terms,
Yeah, something like
and
that. Yep.
we're here reacting and responding. Um, I think I'm very happy that it got done. I'm very
Finally.
happy that we got clarity on Jordan Love, on the Jets quarterback situation. You no longer have to be discounting guys. Like there's a 10% chance it's going to be Zach Wilson again.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Um, we can, this is now not part of the Lamar talk. Just all this stuff. We get some real clarity on. What did you think of the price?
Yeah, man, I feel like the Packers kind of robbed them a little bit. They really got a lot. You talk about you get a so basically you get a first and second for Rodgers. I mean, the 24, the conditional future pick is based on snaps played. So you have to imagine he's going to play at least what 65% of the snaps. I think was the terms. So you think that's going to happen plus a second this year, and then you get that little swap up, that little juice that the Packers added into there. Love that. You have to immediately think the Packers would be targeting like JSN or something because they jumped ahead of New England, right? That's what.
The word is that that's what they're doing.
Yeah, right. That's the word on the street. So
I the Christian Watson fan in me does not love that. But uh, it would be good for JSN.
yeah,
It would be good for Love. I really like that we have some clarity on Jordan Love. I assume now this is going to mean that we get the 5th year option picked up, and all of a sudden you'll probably have 2 years of runway there. Um, I, I, I like the clarity on guys like Alan Lazard and Tyler Conklin. Like, okay, yes, like we are all in on these guys as like cheap fill out the lineup guys late, right? And so I think there's. I agree with you that the Packers got a really good deal
they did,
here.
man. You got to be very happy if you're a Packers office or fan, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a terrible overpay for the Jets
No.
either, relative to what Cleveland and Denver did a
Oh
year
yeah.
ago.
Where does this slot New York in like amongst the other AFC elite teams? I think that's really the big question. I mean, you have to imagine that the Bills and Chiefs are going to be ahead of them. Are they in that like tier with like the Jags, the Chargers? Probably the Bengals are still ahead of them.
For me, what it really does, like on paper, the offense. I know there are a lot of pieces there, but Rodgers at the top does not impress me the way some of these other younger quarterbacks do. Rodgers did not look like himself,
Yeah.
and he's at an age where every time you have a whole season of that, like Rodgers did last year, you have to bet like decline is here. Maybe not all the way total off the cliff, but decline,
Yeah.
right? And
Regression.
then, but right, the wild card here is the Jets' defense last year was the kind of defense that carries teams to titles. And if they play like that again this year, and they get a Rodgers led offense, even in his twilight, I think this could be very, very good. But I do think that that young Jets defense is going to be the key here. What this does is it unlocks the championship window for that defense. Great defenses don't stay together for 10 years like great offenses,
No.
because you need, yeah, because defenses are as strong as their weakest link, whereas an offense with like 5 elite players can be really great, even if they've got some just a guys in the other spots. So like this might open up the Jets title window for as long as they can hold that defense together. And I like it for both sides.
Yeah, it's if I'm a Jets fan, I'm happy and I'm excited about my team being competitive in the future or in the upcoming season, and I wouldn't really sweat the price you paid to go get him. Just think about how many times your team has missed on draft picks, and now you're actually getting a good return for
Absolutely.
several of them. But to,
You froze there on me.
oh, I did. What's up, man? Greg broke up, but yeah, he's DCing a little bit. Here you go. 2 days, 5 hours, and 58 minutes until the NFL draft upcoming. Really excited about that. It's if you're watching this video, this is less time, but I am just so stoked. I got the popcorn ready. Gonna be chilling, watching every pick come off the clock. So wanted to just show you the draft.
Hey there,
clock.
you hear me again?
Yo, Greg, you there?
Hey,
Man?
So I have one more
What's
dynasty
up? What's
question
up?
for you
Yeah.
with the Rodgers trade. Is this a an opportunity to try to arbitrage Garrett Wilson into a different piece? Like, oh, I'm going to send Wilson for Olave and a 24 first, or oh, I'm going to try to send Garrett Wilson and a 24 first for Jamar Chase. Is this a hype opportunity to go turn Garrett Wilson? I'm going to spend Garrett Wilson out for the 101.
I feel like Wilson's new Rodgers price has been baked into him for the last couple months now. I mean, it's really been a non-secret that he's going there. We saw Wilson's ADP skyrocket into that 20 to 15 range of a startup. I think he goes up a little higher off of that, but as a Garrett Wilson owner, I'm not looking to do anything like pivot off of him or into something greater. If I had to, I maybe would be looking for an opportunity to trade down from him and tier down from him and pick up some stuff. But that's because that's just the way I work. But yeah,
are there tier down opportunities that
are attractive?
I
mean, like you said, a 24 first on Olave, I would definitely entertain that. That's interesting. Stuff like that. Amon-Ra St. Brown at a 24 first.
I would take a 23 second and Amon-Ra right now. I think Amon-Ra has that kind of. Do you think you could get across? Would you take CeeDee Lamb straight up? Would you take AJ Brown straight up?
Boy, that's interesting. Would I let Wilson go for either of those players straight across? I don't know that I would. I think I'm at least not today. I'm excited for Wilson, and I'm excited to see what he can do. And he's such a talented player that he has that elite productive upside. So I'd be more inclined to just see what comes of that. Though the other two players you mentioned are more proven commodities.
Would you want to go try to get a quarterback with him right now?
If I needed to, that'd be something you could explore. It's hard because when you're an owner of a handful of these rare super elite players like a Pitts or a Wilson like this, anytime you talk to someone about a trade, that immediately that person is going to at least be inquired about. So you have to kind of be open minded to it, but there's no escaping it. I suppose the trade potential that those guys bring.
Yeah, I just think that you might be able to there might be people out there who baked in the Rodgers trade months ago and then are giving him like a double bounce here.
Sure.
Or like double counting it.
Yeah.
There might be an opportunity like Waddle and anything I would take. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would probably do that. I like Jalen Waddle a lot.
And I feel like you could probably get Waddle and something.
Yeah, the 1-for-1 trades I don't like because I don't really like 1-for-1 trades generally. I do them sometimes, but I want to get wider usually when I do stuff and have the opportunity to really get.
And there you go again. I think I'm.
I think you're DCing, buddy.
You've lost me again.
You're still there, man. What's up? I think your internet's slipping a little bit. Check.
Well, that's awfully inconvenient. I'm back.
Hey, man, you there?
All right, so.
Yeah, so we.
I'm back again. I don't know what's going on here with our connection.
I think it's your internet is a little bit because we're good on my side, and you were there the whole time. But we made some trades. We made some trade in the 24/7 league, the Dynasty 24/7 365, as we talked about in our last show. Yo, and there he goes. I think Greg's gone for a little bit, but
I'm here.
Okay.
You still hear me?
Yeah. Check.
Yeah. Do you still hear me? Yeah, I switched to audio only to hopefully boost that internet. Sorry. So we made some trades in this Dynasty 24/7 league. Let's do it.
Yeah, so as we mentioned in a previous video, we had like 12 or 13 total picks, and not that many roster spots. I mean, as you can see, we're pretty full here, and so roster consolidation type maneuvers are what we're looking to do. So we were looking to give out some 1 for 2 or some 2 for 1 style trades to send multiple pieces across for some elite talent, and we were able to find 2 trades in that vein for our team. So we had Justin Fields, and we were able to pivot up into Trevor Lawrence. We traded away Fields and 2 draft picks to go get T Law. Let me see if I can bring that trade up for us right now. So that's this one right here. We trade away Fields, the 209, and the 112 to get Trevor Lawrence. Kind of a big price tag, but I'm not really sweating it. We've done mocks, we've looked at that end of the first round territory, and there's nobody I'm really in love with in that area. 209's fine, and we're pivoting from what I think is the risk is understated on Fields right now to what is an incredibly safe prospect who me and Greg both love in Trevor Lawrence, and pair him with our Josh Allen.
Absolutely. I just think for a team that wants to consolidate, this is a great trade. Now, I get the other side. I get why one would want to be on the other side. If you had a team that needed to win some trades, being on the other side could be really good, because if Fields levels up the passing and then you hit on these picks, you could, recover your team pretty quickly. But to me, those top 6 quarterback assets are the places where you are getting first round startup pick production, and it's very, very safe. And that combination is only in those first 6 quarterbacks. And we now got 2 of them.
Yeah, and we're probably getting devastated in most calculators or whatever, like in the tools. But that's what I'm here to say is I don't really care, because I really like this move for what it is.
It's worse according to Dynasty Trade Calculator than Keep Trade Cut. Keep Trade Cut shows a decent value gap between the quarterbacks. We're still losing it, but not it's like 15,000 points to 14,000 points. It's not a real. And so for me, I'm very, very pleased to be on the better side of that trade. And remember, like we had cuts we really didn't like coming. So
that's part of the value of this.
That's part of the value of it. But just we had too much going on for our team to blow it all up with Justin Fields having a bad year, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because his value could evaporate.
And just in general, a lot of you guys who've been doing this strategy, have been talking about trading back a lot and getting really wide. You find like 7 or 8 2-for-1 trades in your draft in the startup, and then you go through a whole season where you're picking up guys that you don't want to cut, and all of a sudden you're super, super wide. That's probably something you're looking at, and I'm looking at it across a lot of my teams. So when you make these these narrowing type deals like this one here, there's going to be a little bit of a value loss. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. I mean, there will be a little bit, some leakage, if you will. That's what we're exploiting on the other side when we're going out to get these things and get wide. So when we make the other side of these deals, we get a lot of value. We get big returns, and then when we pivot and try to get taller like we are here, we minimize that risk and we do it into the safest possible assets. So, I really love the way this is helping our team out.
Yeah, and I really think this sort of cascades into the next trade we made, which was almost equally large, right? Like, so we acquired the 2023 102 pick here for picks 111, 207, and a 2025 first. We gave the guy back his 2025 first.
It was his own 25 first. We traded him Dante Foreman for that pick in season, and now we're just giving it back to him in order to make this exchange.
And the reason this really cascades for me is like now I feel safe taking Anthony Richardson if he gets draft capital.
Totally, yeah.
Right. And like you don't have to, previously, if we had Fields, I would have felt almost compelled to come up here and try to take like Bryce Young or something. And I wouldn't have liked any of that. Right now we are locked in, and then we can take Anthony Richardson and have the upside play of all upside plays, really, right? And I think it just opens our window up for half a decade, most of a decade, 6, 7 years. Um, I think we did very well with these two moves.
Yeah, I think we did. And we have Pickett. This is the roster right here. We could add Richardson. We have 4 QBs. We have a lot of trade leverage moving forward. We're still going to be able to add a bunch of talents in the class. As you can see here, we're still going to have the 8, 9, and 7, 8, 9 in a row, an early second, like plenty of picks, plenty of flexibility. I'd like to make a play to go get a Bijan and explore that. I think the owner's not really trying to make a move like that, but from the 102, we have the opportunity to pivot up again if we need to. So just a lot of flexibility and a lot of upside.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, I made some personal trades too. I made some other. Actually, we just got an offer. We got an offer in this league from I'm JD. This is the dude we made the 102 deal with. He's sending us a 23 first and Noah Gray for Devonta Smith. What pick is that he's offering us? I'm JD.
The 110.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Nope.
Yeah, that's his only first is 110. I'm probably just going to decline that and
I think that's smart.
maybe never decline, maybe never counter it. Okay, goodbye.
Yep.
But I made in a personal league of mine, not our joint league, in a different one, this Believe Land league here. I made 2 trades today, just a few hours ago. It's a real similar situation to what we dealt with in the 24/7 league. I'm super duper wide. I had a bunch of extra picks, and I made 2 consolidation type deals here. So I'm going to put those on the screen for you. The first one, I traded the 110 and the 205 away to go up to the 106. Let's see if I can fix my. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Boom. I trade the 110 rookie and the 205 rookie to go get the 106 rookie. I am stoked about this. I get to put get right into that elite tier that I want to be in, and I feel like I'm not giving up too much to make that move.
Yeah, and the thing about 106 is that if one of the quarterbacks tumbles and you feel bad about the draft capital, you still get somebody at 6. Like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, well, then you're pivoting back over to Gibbs. And then, the flip side is if Gibbs were to tumble because of the size or something, right? But the 4 quarterbacks go high, you're still safe. So 106 gives you some insurance, some insulation against what happens on Thursday, Friday, for getting into that elite tier. So I really love that, and I don't think 205 is too expensive to move that.
No, not at all. I'm stoked about this. It's a good narrowing move. Like I said, a calculator may find me behind in this. I don't care. I would make this move twice if I could. And then in the same exact league, we make another trade. This is a 3 wide receiver start league, full PPR. I send Tony Pollard, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and the rookie 405 away. So I give up a 3-for-1 in order to acquire DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I think that's theft. I mean, I think
so too. Yeah, he sent this to me as is. I just hit accept on it. I love it.
I mean, this is somebody who likes Tony Pollard.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah,
this is somebody who likes Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is a polarizing player. Tony Pollard could be a league winner this year, right? He could absolutely win a title on the back of they don't draft a running back. Tony Pollard has his career year and is a top
touches, yeah.
right and is a top 4 or 5 running back. He wins a title. So I understand that side of the thing. I just wouldn't be there. To me, DK Metcalf is the wide receiver 12, I think, right now, and he's in the prime of his career.
Yeah, I agree. I'm in on DK. I have been firing off offers trying to acquire him. I'm glad this manifested. Peoples-Jones is a player I like at his cost. Certainly, 405 was probably going to be cut from my roster. And I mean, honestly, I do think that the Cowboys invest at the running back position in the draft, and they signed Ronald Jones too. People don't realize that he might get some run with them. Some we'll see. But yeah, I'm not. I like Pollard. I don't love Pollard, and he's gone up so much that I'm willing to sell. You made a trade. What'd you trade, sir?
So I sent away Calvin Ridley and a 24 first, my 24 first. This is a team that's made the playoffs in the last 4 years, right? So hopefully a playoff first for Chris Olave. And I I just think Chris Olave is an undervalued player right now. He is the most acquirable player who has a chance to be a top 6 wide receiver at the end of the year. He and Drake London are like very acquirable for how much upside there is there.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I was shopping Calvin Ridley. I think he's a guy who, still to this point, some people are more in on than I am, and the whole thing worked pretty nicely for me.
Yeah, I love it. This is I think this is some theft for you. I'm not a big Ridley fan. He a very athletic guy. I'm excited to see what he can do, but I'm not buying him. And if I could get off of him plus my future one to get probably just one of the safest possible receiver assets in Dynasty right now, Chris Olave, I'm down with that. So good move there.
I'm glad you like that. That's good. That's good. You got anything else for me?
Yeah, man, I got one that's live. That's something I've been talking to a guy about, and this is what we reached. So this is the team here. This fire league. I got some holes, but I got a crap ton of picks. Nothing really on the bench to speak of, and we got a bunch of these. 3, 4, 10, 11, 6, 12, 9, 7, bunch of seconds, whatever. But I have been offered Jerry Jeudy and Kadarius Toney in exchange for the 106 rookie. So it's Jeudy and Toney for the 106. What do we think about that?
No.
No, you don't think so?
Nope. Oh wait. No. Keep the pick.
Keep the pick.
Keep the pick.
So a JSN or a Gibbs or a Levis is someone we like more than this
So,
receiver combo.
I like JSN more than this. Okay, hang on. Let's think about this.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I think it's an interesting 2-for-1. So I wanted to feature it here today.
It is an interesting 2-for-1. I don't like Toney.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's an upside bet there, but he could go away. Yeah, no, I want to keep the pick, man. I think at 106, I feel like Anthony Richardson could fall there.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I feel like the upside piece is there. If it's Gibbs, that's kind of a push. You know what I mean? If it's just Gibbs, that's a push. But the chance that it's something better than that, the chance that it's like JSN falls to there, or that it's Stroud or Richardson falls to you there. Like what if Richardson falls to 11 with the Titans, and he might get you at 6, and I just think you're looking at a much better asset than that pair.
I don't know if Richardson ever makes it to me at 6 because I'm picking like 3 times before that 6. Like I own almost this entire draft here. I mean, I'll show you the board.
Okay, so what do you own? You own.
I got 3 and 4, and then I was gonna ask if we lower it to 107, does that get you on board for the 2 receivers?
Yeah, I would trade 7.
You think so?
I would trade 7 for that pair.
Okay.
I would trade 7 for that pair, but I think with 6, the chance that somebody makes a mistake in front of you, and gets you to JSN or one of the 3 quarterbacks, to me, is worth more, right? Like, we've got our tiers show coming out later, but like for me, the top 5 players, there's like a tier there, and then 6, there's a tier there, and so I do think there's a big difference between going to 6 and going to 7. I would want to keep 6 if I could.
Yeah, I really want to keep 6 also. 7 seems fair. Yeah, I'll send it to him. I'll send it to him as the 107 for that combo. I was on the fence at 6. 7 gets me there. Let's counter. Take this 106 out of the deal. Put the 107 in, boop-a-doop, and we're gonna send that out. And,
wait.
Yeah,
all right, yeah.
What's up?
You also had a later pick there. I was gonna say, what about offering him the 110 and
something else?
What about offering him the 110 and like a second?
Yeah, that might be something good. We can
right,
try that. Yeah, let's try that too. I'll send him 2 of them. Do I even want to do this?
I like
one?
that.
Send
I mean,
2 offers.
I'd honestly just see if you can get the 110 and a second for those two guys.
All right, my seconds are all really late. Is the problem? It's 210, 211, 212.
Yeah,
So it's
110,
like,
210.
all right.
110, 24 seconds.
No, I got
I
some
don't.
of those I could do.
I
All
just
right, this is a 110 and the 210 for that combo players. Let's try that. I like that.
honestly, I'm not that interested in Kadarius Toney. It's Jerry Judy's the one I am pretty interested in getting here. I know you're a big Judy fan, so like I think it's worth making a move there. But like I'm really hoping that somebody is not sharp on where the tiers are, and I'd love to give them something behind the tiers if I could get away with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All
good
right,
luck with
well, yeah, there's trades. Appreciate it. We're gonna keep it short and sweet today. Just wanted to talk about some trades we made. Thanks for tuning in. Hit me up with some DMs on some trades you made, and they may be featured in the future here. Until then, 2 days till the draft, friends. Later.